said enough, the room went still. I watched your hands come slowly to a rest. I almost spoke to soften things, but every explanation sounded false. Nothing needed filling then. The quiet held us where the words had failed. You stayed while I let every answer go. No promise, no defense, no plea, and nothing in the room said goodbye. You did not move, you did not press. You let the silence ask me nothing more. I heard the clock, then heard myself admit the hurt was mine to answer for. Nothing needed filling then. The quiet held us where the words had failed. You stayed while I let every answer go. No promise, no defense, no plea, and nothing in the room said goodbye. I used to rush whenever talk ran dry, afraid one pause could pull two people apart. But you remained when I let silence stay, and let the quiet hold what words could not. Nothing needed filling then. The quiet held us where the words had failed. You stayed while I let every answer go. No promise, no defense, no plea, and nothing in the room said goodbye. It left us closer than before. I usually leave the worst part out and tell the story so I sound less wrong. But not this time. I started there with what I chose and who it hurt the most. I told you the unpolished version, no softer ending, nothing rearranged. You heard the part I could not make look good, then asked what I would do next time, and waited for the honest answer. I lost my place and started twice. I nearly turned the blame another way. You did not help or let me hide. You only gave me time to finish it. I told you the unpolished version, no softer ending, nothing rearranged. You heard the part I could not make look good, then asked what I would do next time, and waited for the thought one failure might become my name, the only thing you carried from that night. But you could call the wrong thing what it was, and still leave room for who I might become. I told you the unpolished version, no softer ending, nothing rearranged. You heard the part I could not make look good, and asked what I would do next time, and waited for the honest answer. I gave it without changing anything. You said perhaps they needed time to choose the words they really meant to say. I answered once, then let it go, certain that I'd read the moment differently. Your opinion stayed with me long after nothing more was being said. It came again when I saw them hesitate, and made me look a little longer then, before deciding what their silence meant. They took a breath and tried again, then found the careful sentence they had wanted. I heard your words, but more than that, I wondered what else you had seen before me. Your opinion stayed with me long after nothing more was being said. It came again when I saw them hesitate, and made me look a little longer then, before deciding what their silence meant. You never asked me to admit you knew, or waited for me to come around to you. You left one thought and let the evening pass, but I kept finding reasons to return. Your opinion stayed with me long after nothing more was being said. It came again when I saw them hesitate, and made me look a little longer then, before deciding what their silence meant. And then I knew how much your thinking mattered. They praise the one who spoke the most, but someone else had made the room feel easy. started hearing your reply before I had the story figured out. I kept the parts I knew would make you pause, the quiet things you'd want to know, and heard your questions forming in my mind. I used to keep the ending first and lose the smaller terms that brought it there. But through the day I noticed more, already thinking which part you'd ask about. I started hearing your reply before I had the story figured out. I kept the parts I knew would make you pause, the quiet things you'd want to know, and heard your questions forming in my mind. I thought I only wanted things to say, a way to keep our next talk moving on. But looking for the parts you'd care about was changing what I noticed on my own. I started hearing your reply before I had the story figured out. I kept the parts I knew would make you pause, the quiet things you'd want to know, and heard your questions forming in my mind, until your voice was with me through the day. I told you how the day went wrong, and how one sentence changed the way it ended. I gave the words and what they meant, but never said whose voice had carried them. You noticed what I left out, the only part that did not have a name. You did not say you knew or make me tell. You asked me who had said those words, then waited while I found the nerve. I tried to say it did not matter, that anyone could have known what I would need. You let that pass, then asked me this: why every other detail came so easily. You noticed what I left out, the only part that did not have a name. You did not say you knew or make me tell. You asked me who had said those words, then waited while I found the nerve. I thought the rest would cover what was noticed what I left out, the only part that did not have a name. You did not say you knew or make me tell. You asked me who had said those words, then waited while I found the nerve. I said the words had come from you. Someone suggested Saturday, a simple plan that sounded easy to accept. I nearly said that I was free, then checked if you might want to join us too. I checked before saying yes, before the answer had a chance to form. I thought of whether you could make it there, and felt the plan grow brighter in my mind the moment I imagined you beside me. I sent one line and kept it light. No reason why you had to answer soon. You wrote back yes, and only then I knew how much I wanted you to come. I checked before saying yes, before the answer had a chance to form. I thought of whether you could make it there, and felt the plan grow brighter in my mind the moment I imagined you beside me. I used to answer only for myself, then tell the rest when everything was set. But somewhere in that pause before I chose, I found I had included you already. I checked before saying yes, before the answer had a chance to form. I thought of whether you could make it there, and felt the plan grow brighter in my mind the moment I imagined you beside me. That was the part I had not planned at all. We sat as near as we had before, while someone spoke across the crowded room. You missed one word and leaned my way to ask me what the speaker might have said. The distance felt different then. but the words came out too low. The room went on, but something in me paused, still noticing exactly where you were. You nodded once and faced ahead, but left the space between us as it was. I tried to hear the next few words, but all I knew was how aware I'd grown. The distance felt different then, though we were sitting just as near as before. I answered, but the words came out too low. The room went on, but something in me paused, still noticing exactly where you were. I used to sit this near and never know how easily a moment could feel new. No one had crossed the space from there to here, but I could not return to how it felt. The distance felt different then, though we were sitting just as near as before. I answered, but the words came out too low. The room went on, but something in me paused, still noticing exactly where you were. I knew I would notice it from then on. Someone remarked, you question things that everyone had seemed prepared to take. I answered first, you asked because the quickest answer often left things out. I heard myself defend you before I knew the words were on their way. I said you never question things for show. You listened for the part that had been missed. Then I went quiet, hearing what I'd said. They said you made the talk run long by asking one more thing before it closed. I told them how you changed the question when someone at the table looked unsure. I heard myself defend you before I knew the words were on their way. I said you never question things for sure. You listened for the part that had been missed. Then I went quiet, hearing what I'd said. question things for show. You listened for the part that had been missed. Then I went quiet, hearing what I'd said, and knew my certainty had spoken first. The room was full, the talk moved on, and nothing seemed to differ from before. A joke went past, I almost turned to see if you had caught the hidden turn. Your absence changed the room. The words arrived and carried on their way. But every part I would have shared with you stayed with me longer than it should, as though the moment had not found its end. I made a point, then waited once for the small correction you would make. Another voice took up the talk and left me wondering why I still held back. Your absence changed the room. The words arrived and carried on their way. But every part I would have shared with you stayed with me longer than it should, as though the moment had not found its end. I thought I missed a habit of the room, a small exchange that anyone could fill. But every time the talk moved past too soon, I knew the missing part belonged to you. Your absence changed the room. The words arrived and carried on their way. But every part I would have shared with you stayed with me longer than it should, as though the moment had not found its end, and knew it was not only the room that changed. I said it wrong, then tried again, and did not laugh the first attempt away. I changed my mind while speaking still, and let you hear the reason it had changed. I stopped editing myself. I let the sentence come the way it came. You answered what I meant, not how I spoke, then carried on without correcting me, and made the next words easier to say. I lost the thread and doubled back to add the part I should have told you first. I nearly stopped then carried on, and found you still remembered where I'd been. I stopped editing myself. I let the sentence come the way it came. You answered what I meant, not how I spoke, then carried on without correcting me, and made the next words easier to say. I used to hear each phrase before it landed, and change it if it sounded less than sure. But somewhere in the ease of being with you, I stopped deciding how I ought to sound. I stopped editing myself. I let the sentence come the way it came. You answered what I meant, not how I spoke, then carried on without correcting me, and made the next words easier to say, until I spoke without rehearsing first. I said I'd finish one final page, then read the same few lines 3 times again. I reached once more, but lost my place, and blamed the print for being hard to follow. You saw the part I hid behind the way I kept on pressing through. You did not reach across and take control. You asked what did not need an answer yet, and left the choosing where it still belonged. I gave you 3 good reasons why, then mixed the second reason with the first. You let me stop and start again, until I heard how tired the reason sounded. You saw the part I hid behind the way I kept on pressing through. You did not reach across and take control. You asked what did not need an answer yet, and left the choosing where it still belonged. I thought one unfinished thing might prove that I was less dependable than before, but you could see the limit I had reached without mistaking limits for a flaw. You saw the part I hid behind the way I kept on pressing through. You did not reach across and take control. You asked what did not need an answer yet, and left the choosing where it still belonged. I left one page unfinished next to you. said you left before the talk had reached a place where anyone agreed. I let them speak and held my view until I knew what happened on your side. I wanted your side of it before I named the moment right or wrong. I wanted what had led you to the door, what you had feared your next reply might do, and whether you had meant to talk again. You waited once, then told me this. You felt one more reply would turn too cruel. You left the room, but not the talk you meant to finish when your voice was yours. I wanted your side of it before I named the moment right or wrong. I wanted what had led you to the door, what you had feared your next reply might do, and whether you had meant to talk again. I did not call your leaving right or wrong, or make their anger smaller than it was, but knowing how the moment reached you first had changed the way I understood the rest. I wanted your side of it before I named the moment right or wrong. I wanted what had led you to the door, what you had feared your next reply might do, and whether you had meant to talk again. I knew why your experience mattered too. Someone spoke low, you listened close, and let them take the time they seemed to need. I knew that care had drawn me in, then felt it differently when it turned elsewhere. The first time I felt jealous, you had not given me a cause to be. You only gave the care you always gave. I only found I wanted to feel different, and could not pretend I did not mind. You asked me once if something changed. I said I'd missed the question being asked. You let that pass and spoke again, while I began to understand my answer. The first time I given me a cause to be. You only gave the care you always gave. I only found I wanted to feel different and could not pretend. I did not mind. I would not ask you to give others less, or call your easy kindness something wrong. The fault was not in anything you did. It showed how far my feelings had already gone. The first time I felt jealous, you had not given me a cause to be. You only gave the care you always gave. I only found I wanted to feel different and could not pretend. I did not mind. I knew I wanted to be more to you. I've said a promise still should count, even when keeping it demanded more. You answered that a promise kept in anger could hurt more than admitting things had changed. We disagreed and nothing broke. You kept your answer and still heard me out. I kept my own without dismissing yours. We ended without settling on one view, then carried on as naturally as before. I tried once more, you did the same, and neither explanation changed the other. The subject closed. You asked me then about the thing I'd mentioned hours before. We disagreed and nothing broke. You kept your answer and still heard me out. I kept my own without dismissing yours. We ended without settling on one view, then carried on as naturally as before. I used to think one difference left a cause, a colder tone or something held in doubt. But you could disagree with what I thought and never make your kindness need my yes. We disagreed and nothing broke. You kept your answer and still heard me out. I kept my own without dismissing yours. We ended without settling on one view, then carried on as naturally as before. And new agreement was not why you stayed. it all was done. How nearly you had asked me for some help. I asked you why you had not called. You thought I had enough to manage then. I almost said too much. I told you not to wait until it passed. I said I wanted to be there before the problem had already been worked through, and stopped at what that wanting might reveal. The sentence stopped. You let it rest and never tried to finish it for me. I took a breath, then only said you could include me sooner if you chose. I almost said too much. I told you not to wait until it passed. I said I wanted to be there before the problem had already been worked through, then stopped at what that wanting might reveal. I thought I offered help for one hard day, but heard another meaning in the words. I wanted more than news when it was over. I wanted to be there while it was happening. I almost said too much. I told you not to wait until it passed. I said I wanted to be there before the problem had already been worked through, then stopped at what that wanting might reveal, and knew the missing words were not so small. My sentence stopped before the end and made one meaning clearer than I planned. I looked at you, prepared to turn the talk towards something easier to name. You didn't look away. You did not hurry past what I had started. You gave me time to choose another word, then carried on without undoing it, and left me wondering what you understood. I answered less than I had planned, and found a safer ending for the thought. You nodded once, then asked me more, as though the pause could stay without an answer. You didn't look away. You did not hurry past what I had started. You gave me time to choose another understood. I could not tell how much had reached you then, or whether you had heard what I held back. But nothing in the way you spoke to me had made the missing part feel out of place. You didn't look away, you did not hurry past what I had started. You gave me time to choose another word, then carried on without undoing it, and left me wondering what you understood. Until I thought you might have felt it too. I could have said I felt prepared and knew which words would help and which would not. Instead I paused and told you this: I might not always know the better choice. I let you see me uncertain. I said I care too much to hide the fear. I could not promise I would read things right, or know when you had more you wished to say. You never asked me to pretend I could. I told you how I might speak late or answer more than you had asked of me. I might hold back at the wrong time and only understand when it had passed. I let you see me uncertain. I said I care too much to hide the fear. I could not promise I would read things right, or know when you had more you wished to say. You never asked me to pretend I could. I thought that trust meant having answers first, a steady voice with nothing left unsure. But telling you the things I could not know was more like trust than certainty had been. I let you see me uncertain. I said I care too much to hide the fear. I could not promise I would read things right, I know when you had more you wished to say. You never asked me to pretend I could, then said that you were uncertain too. You said you could not see ahead, but knew you did not want to have less of this. I answered that I felt unsure, but could not treat this lightly anymore. We both knew by then, your words had said what mine were trying to say. We did not have to finish with a promise. You knew I did not want this part to end. I knew you wanted this to continue too. You said no more for several breaths, then asked if I was frightened by the change. I told you yes, but not enough to wish that we had never come this far. We both knew by then, your words had said what mine were trying to say. We did not have to finish with a promise. You knew I did not want this part to end. I knew you wanted this to continue too. I thought that certainty would need one sentence, a single phrase that neither could mistake. But yours had met the answer forming in me before either of us had made a claim. We both knew by then, your words had said what mine were trying to say. We did not have to finish with a promise. You knew I did not want this part to end. I knew you wanted this to continue too. And neither one of us needed it explained. I weighed them both and took my time, and both had reasons I could understand. I pictured one and found that there I told you only after I had chosen. I chose the version with you, the one where what we had was not an afterthought, where I could choose and still consider you. Not out of duty, not because you asked, but because leaving you out no longer fit. I pictured two, and there I saw I still could make the choice entirely mine. I kept my voice and kept my plans, and let what mattered to you matter there. I chose the version separate the things I wanted from anyone whose life might touch my own. But caring for you had not made me narrower. It showed me what I wanted choices for. I chose the version with you, the one where what we had was not an afterthought, where I could choose and still consider you. Not out of duty, not because you asked, but because leaving you out no longer fit. I knew the answer finally sounded like mine. You asked me when I first had known that what we shared had turned into this feeling. I searched for one certain point, but every answer started somewhere later. Falling in love slowly, so slowly it became the way I lived. It changed the things I noticed when you spoke, and what I let you hear before I understood, until I could not call it anything else. It was the way I let you see the doubt I once would hide behind an answer, the way we spoke and disagreed, yet neither one mistook it for an ending. Falling in love slowly, so slowly it became the way I lived. It changed the things I noticed when you spoke, and what I let you hear before I understood, until I could not call it anything else. I thought the truth would come in one clear rush, a single instant I could point to later, but every quiet change had shaped the answer before either of us had called it love. Falling in love slowly, so slowly it became the way I lived. It changed the things I noticed when you spoke, and what I let you hear before I understood, until I could not call it anything else, and knew it never needed one clear beginning.